Now! The ritual of destruction!
How could I lose to you humans?
Oh, I'd say the spirits are rather obstinate.
Funny coming from you. Now I have the strength to... Celsius, I'm sorry.
Back off!
This is no time for bravado. You can barely stand. I know you have nearly exhausted the mana in your fossil.
I guess that battle last year must have taken a lot out of you. That's why I was hoping that we could just talk this through.
Spirites only manifest in our realm for as long as the mana in their fossils remain.
Celsius won't be able to maintain her physical form for much longer.
I just wanted to see it again. A place of nostalgia.
Something here? Inside the ice caverns?
There was once a small town near here, some 500 years ago. Now there's no trace of it at all.
Time passes much more quickly for humans than for spirits. It's sad that it's gone, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, he's right, you know. There's got to be some trace of those times still left behind. We'll help you search. But if we do find something, then you have to promise to stop giving us the cold shoulder.
Basically, he's proposing a deal. So, what do you say?
You sure about this? You probably won't find anything.
That's certainly possible. But there's no harm in at least trying, don't you think?
You're a strange one. Very well, you have your deal.
Then can you at least point us in the direction of any other places you remember?
I see. So in contemporary human names, those would be within the Kajara Sea Falls, Fenmont, and Fort Gundala regions.
We'll take you there then.
When you are ready, call out my name. I will rest my physical form until I hear it.
Understood. Rest in the meantime.
Well, looks like we've got a lot of ground to cover.
You really are nice to just about anyone, aren't you, Jude?
No, that's not true.
All right.
Hey, thank you for all your help today. I really appreciate it. I suspect that I'll be needing it again before this is over.
We've completed preparations in accordance with directions from President Bakur. Please make your way to the Spirius offices with all due haste. I'll be waiting for you.
So be it.
The job postings sure are beneficial. Why, we could put in requests for all the world's finest foods. But then, I guess we'd have to offer a suitable reward for each one.
You can be rash sometimes, but you never give up. I admire that deeply. Here, I want you to have this. Maybe next time you do something crazy, it'll make getting through it a little easier.
Why do these foes undulate like that? I find them quite disturbing.
Welcome back.
Hold your horses. Only authorized personnel past this point.
Of course. We didn't come here just to sit in the lobby.
Very well. If that's Vice President Kresnik's decision, I will abide by it.
Ludger's been made vice president of Spirius?
Correct. His promotion is effective immediately. You may use the CEO's office as you see fit, until he returns from his departure. This way.
Promoting Ludger to vice president out of the blue. They're up to something.
The CEO has left you a message.
Ludger, if you're watching this, know that I intend to travel to the Land of Canaan and put an end to Origin's trial.
This'll be interesting.
But not before I tell you the full story. You see, it was all a game. The fractured dimensions, Canaan, all of it. Just a giant game, created by the primordial spirits. Kronos, Maxwell, and Origin.
That's right. And they've been playing it ever since humanity figured out Spyrix 2 millennia ago.
The three spirits disagreed over whether humans could truly control Spyrix technology or not. So they devised an experiment to reveal mankind's true nature. They wanted to see for themselves if human beings were capable of resisting the temptation of ultimate power.
This was before the schism, you see. Back in the old days when Maxwell still trusted humans.
So the Chromatus was a test.
Kronos granted the Chromatus to the Kresnik family as a means to measure how well humans can suppress their base desires. If someone reaches the Great Spirit Origin before 1 million divergence catalysts appear, mankind passes the test. If no one does, then mankind fails and the spirits leave. That was their pact.
But here's the catch. The game was rigged right from the very start.
As was passed down, Origin will grant the wish of the first human who comes before him. No human could resist such a prize. It fostered greed amongst the people. As a result, the Kresniks were constantly at war over it.
Thanks to all of their bickering, catalysts and fractured dimensions have multiplied like rats.
A vast number of people across all the dimensions transformed into catalysts, and as a result, were destroyed. It's likely now that their number is approaching 1 million.
The Spirius Corporation was established to put the brakes on this whole disaster.
I haven't forgotten the reward I promised. You no longer have to worry about that pesky loan. Now, just leave the rest to me. I will create the world that your generation deserves.
Hey, Ludger! You're not gonna believe what just happened. The bank president stopped by just now, and guess what? He said that I don't need to bug you about your loan anymore.
What?
How'd you manage to pull that off? Wait, you're not blackmailing anybody, are you?
You verified the reward.
Bakor left for the Land of Canaan, correct?
Yes.
He promised to tell us how to get inside.
I wasn't informed.
All right, if that's how you want to play it, then let me ask you this. How does he plan to make it past Kronos? The Chromatus came from Kronos. Bakor wouldn't be able to use it against him.
I don't know.
What happened to Elle?
Excuse me, I'm running late for a meeting.
You know, I'll bet you that the CEO is planning to use Elle to kill Kronos.
Director Hideo!
I believe our guest's business has concluded here.
We're not finished here!
Forgive me for my silly comments back there. How might I help the new vice president? Sorry, but I'm afraid that is top secret. Elle was the true key of Kresnik. Origin's power flows through the key. One only comes along every few generations, and the key is the trump card in the trial. As you can imagine, he or she is always at the center of Kresnik's family feuds. The most recent key was the CEO's wife till she was killed. Not that you have any relation to that one. Precisely. The Prime Dimension's true key of Kresnik. Years ago, the CEO used his wife's power in a battle against Kronos. It cost her life. That didn't sit well with the eldest son. He fled the nest and started his own family, or so the story goes. To make a long story short, the only way to reach Origin is to defeat Kronos. And the only thing that will defeat Kronos is the power of the Void, which is wielded by the Key of Kresnik. Of course, the power needed to beat Kronos would immediately transform the key into a divergence